I've only got 15 minutes, so I'm going to try and be as quick as possible because I know I can talk quite a bit. But during a little bit about myself, I'm from England originally. I've been doing cool sculpting in Australia for the past 4 years. I live and breathe fat freezing. I absolutely love what I do. I'm very passionate. I get to make people happy every single day. I get to freeze their fat, and I get to travel around and see patients from all over Australia and New Zealand. Tonight, what we're going to be going through is how cool sculpting works, why it works, who it works for, and then some of the results from Cosmetic Image Clinics. Cosmetic Image Clinics has actually been one of the longest cool sculpting partners in Australia. So they're extremely experienced, they know exactly what they're doing. Now, of course, tonight we do have lots of different specials going on, as you can see on both sides. So I'll go through what those specials are this evening as well. And I'm going to be doing free consults right after I finish lecturing or talking. And I've got my first few patients lined up. So if you'd like a consult right after I finish, just pop your hand up, I'll write your name down. All right, so how many of you have heard of cool sculpting before tonight? Hands up. Oh, okay, my job is done. No. So cool sculpting, the cool sculpting technology difference, there's a few different things about it. So number one, it was invented back in 1999. Has everybody heard of IPL before? Yeah? So Dr. Rox Anderson, the guy that invented IPL, actually invented cool sculpting back in 1999. The technology difference is, well, we're the only FDA clinically proven fat freezing treatment in the world. We also have TGA clearance. We're non-surgical. I do recommend a lot of my patients to do surgical procedures because that's what the best thing is for them. But there's a lot of patients as well that don't want surgery and they want to have something non-invasive that can still get them similar results. No downtime, no needles, and then of course lasting results. So the inspiration behind the procedure, and I do apologize if I'm talking fast, I just want to make sure I stay within my time. It was derived from Harvard Medical back in 1999, as I mentioned. And Dr. Rox Anderson, who invented IPL, he took a study from 1969 called popsicle paniculitis. So if you look at the screen here, you see a young child sucking on a popsicle. Now, what they found is that in a daycare center with children under the age of 5, they were getting these indentations in their cheeks. Now, the pediatrician would look back at what these children were doing, and they hypothesized that the fat cells were hypersensitive to the cold temperatures because the children were falling asleep with these popsicles and getting indentations. Now, because they were young, these fat pads were growing back very fast, and this clinical study was purely observational. So when Dr. Rox Anderson took it in 1999, he thought, if I can kill fat or destroy fat and spare every other tissue, so what else have we got? Your skin, your muscles, and your nerves, then we have something here, and cool sculpting was born. How the procedure actually works. So we have a lovely model over here. If you want to wave for us, yeah, you can see that she's the model. Hello. So what we actually do is we all have stubborn fat, right? We've all got stubborn fat, no matter what. What we do is we draw that fat into one of our cups. We've got lots of different shapes and size cups to fit all different parts of the body. We draw the tissue into the cup and we bring the temperatures down to temperatures that only affect the fat cell and kill off the fat cell. Now, right away after we take the treatment off, nothing actually happens. Nothing's immediate. Because it's a non-invasive treatment, all we're doing with the cold is turning the fat cells off. Now, it takes 2 or 3 days once we've turned the fat cells off for the fat cells to die. And then anything from 3 weeks to 12 weeks for your body to digest, consume, and remove those fat cells. So from picture 1 to picture 4, we've got that gradual reduction, like gradual elimination of those fat cells. The reason it takes a little bit longer is because we're working with your body's natural processes. Now, before I got into fat freezing, I used to think that when I gain fat, I grow more fat cells. How many others thought that? Oh, you're all smarter than me. Okay, great. But I used to think I grow more fat cells. But when we hit adolescence, we actually finish growing. So we are set in the number of fat cells that we have. Genetics, will play a little role in where we store those fat cells. So if you put me, my mum, and my sister together, we have the exact same shape, but a different size of that shape. Does anyone sound familiar? Does it look like their mum or their grandma or their dad even? Yep. So what happens, for me, I have more fat cells in my arms and around this area. So when I gain weight or I get bigger, I feel like the fat just goes right here and here. But actually, I just have a higher concentration of fat cells there. When you gain fat, every fat cell in your body increases globally. But we've all got stubborn areas. So what CoolSculpting does is it focuses on those stubborn areas. We freeze the fat, those fat cells are gone, and we reshape your body. Now, I can't stop you putting fat back on your body again. However, if you do gain fat after CoolSculpting, it will be in your new body shape. Same with you lose weight as well, and a lot of our patients do that. You know, you're investing in yourself, you're investing in your body. Guess what? Of course, you want to come and use the Aquarius gym. You want to come and get everything else in shape as well. So no matter whether you lose or gain, you still have that new body shape. And I have patients that come to me with no fat at all from here down, and it's just the submental area. And we're just treating that to even out the body. Areas that we treat, we've got a rule of thumb. If it's soft, if it's pliable, if we can pinch it, then we can freeze it. So when we do a consultation, that's what we're looking at. Have you got the right type of fat? And if you have, we're going to mark you out, create a couple of different programs, and then you can get started. But as you can see, we've got the submental, we've got the bra puff, tummy. We do a lot of tummies. Inner thighs, outer thighs, the banana roll, which is the clinical term for the bit underneath here. We do arms, back fat. We also do male chest as well, as long as it is fat. We get amazing results with the male chest too. So how long does it last? Results can be seen as early as 3 weeks, but up to 12 weeks is where you get your maximum results. So I know there's a couple. Melinda, how long do you take to respond for your treatment?
Well, about 3 to 4 weeks.
So 3 to 4 weeks. I'm about 12 weeks. Some patients are 10 weeks. It really just depends on the individual we're treating. I thought that over 4 years I would find a pattern, but it's very much individual to each patient. But it's between 2 to 3 months is the maximum results. Once the fat cells are gone, they're gone for good. And of course, as long as you maintain everything you're doing, getting louder here, then you'll have the same results after. So the consultation and treatment day. Now, when we do a consultation, we're very thorough. We're going to educate you and tell you exactly what the treatment does. Like I said, what it doesn't do as well. We'll mark out your body. I'll say now, probably about 30% of you in the room have got areas that cannot be treated. So we say no when we need to say no, which is why Dr. Toole works with a plastic surgeon as well. And each area can actually be treated from anything from 45 minutes up to 75 minutes, depending on what we're doing. Now, at the moment, we're doing a submental demonstration with CoolSculpting. I will actually say something else. Not everybody's a candidate for CoolSculpting on the chin. We also actually have Belkyra, which is injections. So I always say I'm a good candidate for that, just those little bits under here, just to sort of sculpt it off. But essentially, when we're doing the body, it's the same type of process. We're drawing the fat into the cup, we're cooling down that tissue, and in the CoolSculpting suite that we have here, you can watch movies, you can do your work if you want to, and some of our patients even fall asleep. So it's pretty relaxing treatment. You don't have to tell anybody you're having it done. So what's the VIP pricing tonight? Usually for one application, it's $795. If you buy 3 applications tonight, you get your 4th complimentary. We also do package pricing as well for those patients that want to do a little bit more and their arms and their chin and their tummy and their legs. Then we have that sliding scale package price too. What we do need though is a $500 deposit. Look around, there's lots of people here. For booking treatments, we want to make sure that, that you're securing that price. So, do you want to see some results? Yeah. Yes? What's my time now? Have I got?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to flick through these. All of these patients are from Cosmetic Image Clinics. So when you look at the blue circle in the right-hand corner, you can see where they've had 1 or 2 treatments. I believe this patient actually just had the 1 treatment. This is 8 weeks afterwards, submental. Arms, what do you call them out here? Bingo wings, tuck shop arms. In England, it's bingo. Bingo. Anyway, I won't do that again. Abdomen, the bread and butter of what we do. We do a lot of abdomens post-pregnancy, post-surgery, and just, with age, that area seems to accumulate that little bit more. So, for us, it's not about making someone a skinny mini. It's about feeling better in clothes, looking up, feeling good in yourself. A lot of my patients just want to, look good when they put a certain dress on, or they've got an event coming up, and they just want to feel more comfortable. And that's really what it's about. Bra fat, very popular one coming into summer, the boob tubes and bras that we wear. So it's a very popular area, one treatment on each side. Inner thighs, apparently there's something called an inner thigh gap. Did anybody hear of that before? I had no idea. But actually, we don't just use it for inner thigh gaps. It's actually for rubbing on the inner thighs as well. It can be very uncomfortable in the heat, and so we do a lot of treatments just to stop that rubbing on the inner thighs. The banana roll, I promised to show a banana roll. We have a banana roll right here. This is 2 treatments underneath the buttock. Knees as well, we do knee treatments too, just to sort of lift that area. Male, we've got some men in the room, males in the room, men. Got some men in the room. This is after 2 treatments. Now I'm going to stop right here. Does anybody think that my patient needs more treatments, yes or no? Yes. Yes, no, I get a little bit of everything. It depends on that person and how much fat they want to reduce. Some of my patients want to get rid of everything. Some, as I said before, just want to feel better in clothes or more comfortable in their skin. So it's a very individual treatment. We do, of course, around the love handles for men. Blake here has had his chest done and his tummy and his flanks. Sorry, nobody has. So, you shouldn't have sat there, This is me. So I've had my cool sculpting done as well. I did 2 on one side, 1 on the other, and then the lower tummy as well. I was a bit uneven to start with. Everybody's a little bit uneven. It's just the way we're created. So I would just evened it up by doing 2 on one side and 1 on the other. Looking good in the media, probably why most of you know what cool sculpting is because the Kardashians have done it and it's been on the news, so that's probably where you've seen it. But recently we've actually, Deborah Messing, who's the Grace from Will and Grace, she actually went and had cool sculpting done herself off her own back, and she said it was the best discovery of the year, and now she's our global ambassador for cool sculpting. So I tried to sort of look like her tonight. The ginger hair didn't really, I didn't pull it off. But why choose Cosmetic Image Clinics? Well, number one, they're Cool Sculpting University graduates. Yes, it's true, we have a Cool Sculpting University. And all the girls have been there. Cosmetic Image Clinics is a certified practice as well. Not every cool sculpting clinic is certified. You can very easily tell by looking at the locator and seeing if there's a snowflake next to the name. 4 years plus cool sculpting, and then of course a dedicated cool sculpting suite as well. Not here live in front of everybody. So get ready to see a slimmer you. I hope that was my 15 minutes of fame done. So thank you. I'm doing consultations right after, and I've got my first patient there. So I'll see you all later. Thank you.
Yes, so well